morning, everyone. Welcome to UC San Diego 2019 Fisher Cup action continuing. National League Championship here, and you're looking live now at the Olympic Club taking on USA Academy. This is Olympic Club in the Whitecaps, USA Academy in the dark, and early on Olympic Club leads things 1-0. Live stats are available this match and all games this weekend in San Diego at thefosh.net. And it's a power play here for Academy. They're turned away. That's the save there from Lazar Andrich of the Olympic Club, joined by Sam Slobodian, USC standout. Sam, how are you doing?
Good. How are you, Greg?
Good, good. Thanks for coming down, joining us this weekend on some color commentary. Paul Reynolds off the bar there. It's a dangerous move. Goalie's going to have to get after this, and a chase for it, and some help coming back there from USA Academy. That was Hayden Nightingale getting back to control that one. So, Sam, we have a bit of a matchup here of very veteran players, right? These are some guys that you're familiar with, right, on this Olympic Club against some up-and-comers, some USA Academy athletes. Kind of put yourself in the shoes of these Academy kids. What's that like when you're trying to play against some older guys and trying to show you belong?
It's a great feeling, Greg. When you're a young kid getting to play against these ex-college players and some future Hall of Fame college players,
sure,
it's always a great opportunity to get out there and give it your all.
Any nerves when you're out there?
You're very nervous when you're playing at that age, playing against these older guys that you've grown up watching on TV and watching their games, watching a lot of these guys win national titles. It can be very nerve-wracking.
So Academy here now, running out of time on the shot clock. Now 4 seconds left, and just about out of time. And that's one of those moments they're just not having the shot clock awareness there, turning that one over. And now we'll see Olympic Club. When you think back to those moments, you know, when you're coming up, playing club or getting a chance to kind of play against an older player, what was one of the things that jumped out to you? Was it, a lot of people will talk about speed of the game or maybe the size of the guys they were playing against. What were some of the things you noticed immediately where you were like, whoa, this is a little bit ahead of where I'm at?
Definitely, when I was in high school compared to college, it's definitely the speed of the game and just the knowledge of the overall players, because you're not necessarily faster or slower when you're younger. It's that the speed of the game is just so much faster when you get to college. You can't play a whole game. When you're younger, you can play 4 games in a day and play the whole game.
Yeah.
You can play maybe 4 minutes at a time in college water polo.
Sure, sure. 3:45 left here in the first. A little fake here from the outside as Academy's on the attack. Brian Flax leading this group. Lob attempt there, and Andrich reading that one the whole way. And so Olympic Club now will take a look. Andrich, the former Cal standout, in goal, and now involved with coaching that program. We'll push ahead to Paul Reynolds here. Reynolds lobs it up over the top here. Cullen Hennessy, and that's turned away. Nolan Krutenog turns that one away. And then in transition, an exclusion that will go against Cullen Hennessy. And the power play now for Academy. And just lost control. Never had the handle, did Riley Pittman. Those are so frustrating. You're on the 6-on-5, you're on the counter, and then just nothing out of it.
That's the worst, especially you have a huge opportunity when you get a backcourt ejection, and just losing a handle of the ball is probably one of the worst feelings you can have in water polo.
So now take us through a little water polo tactics here. What are you seeing defensively here from Academy? What do you think they're trying to do here against Olympic Club?
They're trying to do a hard press because they know a lot of these older guys are not in the best shape. So they're trying to hard press and possibly push the counter. That's going to be their main goal here if they want to win this game. Is they're going to have to push the counter.
Yeah, use their speed and their youth to their advantage. And
absolutely.
They'll call for time here now. And remember, we're playing under these newer FINA rules, so you can have these hockey subs. You saw guys kind of come out to the middle of the pool and be able to sub in on the fly, and that's something a lot of the teams are still getting used to among the other rules. Not a rule in college water polo, but you know, as a guy that has to mix it up down in front of the cage, would you like the idea to be able to sub out on the move as you're kind of swimming down the other end?
That would be great, especially being a center, getting a little extra rest.
Excellent. So let's talk about USC, right? You guys are coming off of a very enjoyable season, to put it mildly. just kind of take us back to last year, and how'd that year go for you and the Trojans from your standpoint?
That was the best year of my life. Winning a national title is always the goal, and we achieved our goal, and we couldn't have done it without our teammates and
Yeah.
our coach. And we love each other, and we work hard every day to achieve that goal. So
And now you have one more year coming back here.
Yeah.
This fall you're gearing up for. So when you have that goal. I'm sure you've been asked this, right? You have that goal and that dream you wanted to accomplish, and you do that thing. And so now, what lights a fire in you to try and do it again?
getting that feeling again.
Yeah.
Because once you feel that feeling, you never want to not feel that feeling again after the season's over. Especially knowing 3 years of the other feeling, losing the title in the finals 3 years in a row, and then finally winning. I don't ever want to feel that feeling again. So
Yeah.
we're gonna work hard so that it doesn't happen.
That was a wild final too, right? You guys jump out, playing at Stanford, right? Get out to this huge lead. It seems it was such a wacky game for a final because you don't see leads like that in games that important. And then, like in all sports, right? It's almost hard once you get a lead to keep a lead. We'll come back to that in a moment here as we're back to live action now with Academy on the attack. Shot clock to 4. Academy's got to go from the outside, and there's the score from Tierney. And the Academy gets on the board. And a 1-1 game now with 2:06 to play here in the first quarter. So good connect there from Academy. But talking about that game, right, so you get up early. Are you almost in disbelief that you're ahead by that many goals?
We went into that game basically floating after the last game we played, and we came out strong and we were firing, and we lost a little bit of fire when we went up by 7, and
Yeah.
then we just kind of let them in the game, which we shouldn't have done. But coach told us that if we take every possession and use the whole shot clock, we're going to win this game. So we took every second, and we definitely let it become a little closer than we wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, rarely, right? You can think back to NCAA finals. People don't often utter the phrase "when we were up 7." That just doesn't happen, right? So that was interesting. And then that kind of rally late, but you guys were able to. I'm sure you were sweating it out there at the end. It got probably a little bit nerve-wracking.
Definitely a little bit nerve-wracking. Just credit to Stanford's team for being able to come back and having the resilience to keep playing after you get down by 7.
Yeah, right there. A lot of teams that would have said, all right, well, not our day, right? We're down 7. We'll see you next year.
Yeah.
But they kept on fighting. Under 90 seconds left here in this first quarter. Good little spin there, but then a takeaway. And now this is a counter developing. But they can't get the pass out in front as Triton comes out to cut off the long outlet to Marin Baller, and now they'll find Paul Reynolds. Reynolds cruising in. The lob attempt is there and in. Have you gotten a chance to see him play much, Paul Reynolds?
Not very much, no.
He's the leading scorer in this National League and played at UCLA, and as he moves in here, lob attempt, just one of the many guys you see in this league that just is kind of a creative scorer. And those lobs, not something in your arsenal all that much, the lob.
I don't lob very much now. I'm more of a power shooter.
Sure.
Just try to put it in the cage.
Yep. Nothing always elegant about it, but as long as it goes in the back of the net. And now a 2-1 lead for Olympic Club. So we talked about Academy countering, but it was Olympic Club here getting out on the break and kind of using that to their advantage.
They've got to take advantage of the older guys that aren't in the best shape if they want to have a chance in this game.
Yeah, just kind of push that out ahead. Get out and swim and offensive.
They're pushing the counter against them.
Yeah, here they go. And this is Connor Stapleton. Nobody home on defense. He'll have all day. And that definitely fooled the keeper. Cross cage there, just banged off the post, and now the other way, here comes the counter. Here's Waldock on the counter for Academy. In front, and another. And so 2 for Tierney in this first quarter with 10 seconds left. Get a second look here on this counter attack here. What are you seeing here?
When you're finishing a one-on nobody, you want to shoot low, skip cross cage, and he did a perfect job of doing that. So that was a great shot. That's where you want to shoot the ball.
We have some younger players that'll watch us and look back at this. You knew right away that's what you should do. Why do you say that? Why is that the most effective way?
That's just what I've been taught my whole life.
Yeah.
And taught by the coaches at USC. And it's the easiest way I've found of finishing the ball is a low skip shot cross cage. If you
And we
shoot
come.
high, you can bar out or you can miss the cage completely, but you're getting a shot on target if you shoot it low skip.
Less chance for error.
Yeah.
First quarter complete here. Good one between Olympic Club and Academy. The veterans against the Rising Stars. We're tied at 2. We'll take a timeout here and come back with the second quarter. You're watching live from La Jolla on USA Water Polo TV. Second quarter about to begin here at UC San Diego, home of the Tritons, and this weekend home of USA Water Polo's National League Championship and Fisher Cup. Joined by Sam Slobodian, Greg Meskel here with you. For day one action, we've got 2 pools running at once. This is the Triton pool. Behind us, the Canyon View pool. You can watch both live on USA Water Polo TV. Also live stats available at thefosh.net. And this game you're tuning into, the Olympic Club taking on USA Academy. And they have been close through one quarter, tied at 2, and now an exclusion called on Zach Monsees and a power play here for Academy.
They're starting to call that a lot more often.
That foul in particular you
yeah,
saw?
That foul in particularly when players grab onto you when you're trying to go for the foul and don't let go. They call the ejection now instead. They used to call an offensive. It's a good shot, cross cage, low skip, bar in.
There it is, taking advantage. And Academy scoring there to go in front. And how about Tierney here? He's got all 3 goals for Academy, so off to a good beginning.
He's playing well.
It's got to be a good confidence builder, too. We talked about earlier, right? Maybe a little bit of an intimidation factor going up against these guys. If you can get off to this 3-2 start, it probably eases the nerves a bit.
Definitely getting going early is a huge thing as a player, and he has 3 goals already, and he's doing great. So if he keeps that up, they'll have a good chance of winning this game.
Opening minute here, second quarter. This is Fellner. Works to Grover now. Shot clock to 9. Entry in. Triple team, ball in the water, and an exclusion. Ballerin was battling in close there. Kick out will go on Tierney, and a power play now for the Olympic Club. Grover, now Monsees. And they sail it high there on the attempt from Mulcahy. So nothing there on the 6-on-5.
When you take the ball there and on 6, you're going to want to look for 2 posts, and he didn't do a good enough job of holding the ball long enough. So one had too many blockers on him.
Couldn't let things develop there?
No, he did not let it develop enough.
And now Chase Dodd will give a look. Dodd, shot clock to 5. Pittman, timer to 2. Pittman's got to take it and decides to dump it away with the shot clock winding down, and probably the smart move there with Mulcahy leaking out. That might have ignited the counter for Olympic Club.
Definitely being a righty at 6, you're not going to want to take that shot unless you have a high percentage opportunity, and he did not have one there, and he made a smart decision by dumping the ball.
Entry in here. And another exclusion, so Ballerin again working in close, and he draws the kick out there. Tanner Police going off, and another 6-on-5 for Olympic Club. The redirect. And a nice stop there by Krutenog.
It was a good block.
That
Quick
sort of
reaction.
play, that and you've done this, right? The pass comes in and you're almost just in one motion,
Yeah.
redirecting it in. How much time do you spend working on a thing like that?
During season, I spent a lot of time after practice.
Yeah.
Every day, I worked with either Hannes, Dosic, or Marco, and we would work on 1-up to 3 posts, and that goal is coming very handy for us. And it's just a quick redirect, and you want to aim for a low shot when you're redirecting it. Because if you aim high, you have more of a chance to miss again.
Sure.
And if you can get a good power on the redirect, you can skip it in under his arm every time.
3 minutes gone by, second quarter. Getting a great tutorial on being a center here from Sam Slobodian from USC. And now here comes Olympic Club. Monsees now moving in. He has all kinds of time. Now defender picks up. In traffic, a triple team and a takeaway there, and Zach Frazier comes over for the steal. And now Krutenog will take a look. Waiting for somebody here, needs somebody to break open, and dangerous pass, looking for Ocasio, and instead stepping in front, here's Thomas Carroll. And now Ocasio giving chase, Olympic Club moving in, keeper out. They got to play on, and then a penalty. So shot clock there didn't reset in time, but the end result is a penalty called against Academy as Carroll forces the issue and draws the opportunity.
When you're getting the ball there, you don't want to put your head underwater because the refs are way less likely to give you a foul, and he did that right there, and that's what led to the steal in the 5-meter.
And it was tough for Academy there. Nobody was kind of getting open in a position.
Yeah. Against a bigger physical team, that's always a problem. I remember being their age and playing against bigger guys like them, and it is very difficult to get open against someone that's twice your size when you're much younger than them.
Save though. Hey, Krutenog bats that down on the attempt from Mulcahy. That's a big stop from Academy. The percentages really favor the shooter in those penalty shot situations. Good look in close, and on the other end, Ike Love. Big man for Academy. We talked about being younger and going up against guys that are bigger. Ike Love's one of the few guys in this pool that is the size of the people he's dealing with.
Yeah. It's nice being young and being as big as the older guys. So he's definitely got an advantage there.
Comes with a turn. We saw on the other end, so good momentum here for Academy now as they've gone ahead 4-2. This Olympic Club trying to wake up here on this Saturday morning start, but we saw the penalty block on this end. How energizing is that for a team when your goalie steps up and makes that sort of save?
That's huge. That's one of the biggest energizer boosts you can get in water polo. Is you've just given up a penalty and your morale's a little bit lower because you're like, there's a possible goal happening here, and your goalie makes a huge save, and it heats up the whole team, and you're fired up after that, and you're ready to go.
Especially if you're the one who commits the penalty, you're probably very excited to see that
Definitely.
goalie step up. Tipped out by Krutenog. Now new life here on offense, still on the advantage now. And again off the frame of the cage. And sides are even now. Ball turns over to Academy. So an excellent start for this USA Academy team here in the first half, ahead 4-2 over Olympic Club. Olympic Club, keep in mind, they're the defending champions of the National League and coming to this weekend in first place. Hendrich pleading with Monsies to drop back on defense. Shot clock to 3. From the outside, that's off the mark on the try from Kennedy. Under 3 to play.
Reynolds in the counter again.
Yeah, here you go. Mulcahy moving in.
He's going to fake once past there.
There it is, Reynolds, and the goal is on the money as you described, as Mulcahy gives off to Reynolds. He has 2, and Olympic Club makes it 4-3. And a second look here as this whole play developed.
They did a great job. He had the little hesitation there before he passed it to 1, and a good fake, skip shot near side. Perfect goal. Great execution.
And a 1-goal game now as Olympic Club trying to work their way back in after the slow start. Under 2.5 to play, first half. In dart. Tierney has the 3 goals already. Here's Dodd now. Shot clock to 6. And they'll say inside the 2 without the ball. So a turnover there on Academy. Officials in this one, Darren Spirito Santo, Freddie Sicard. And easy call there on the inside the 2. And now advancing. Here's Hennessy. Hennessy moving in. Looking inside. Works for Viralis. And he lost control. And Krutenog takes control.
Reynolds keeps pushing the counter every time. He has a 1 on nobody every time on the 1-2 side. So they take advantage of that.
Got the speed. Approaching 1:30 left in the first half. Shot clock to 4. Running out of time and stepping in front. Stapleton looking to tie things up. Under 90 seconds left in this one. First half action. Stapleton will need some reinforcements. They'll wait for Viralis. Left-hander cruises in, goes to Reynolds, and he lost control, taken away by Chase Dodd. Reynolds never got a good hand on that one. And now gives off to Krutenog. Under 1 minute to play in the first half. USA Academy ahead of Olympic Club 4-3. Waldock. Exclusion. Here's Tierney. Inside the look. The regather and the skip cross cage is knocked down and deflected on the way through.
That's a good pass right there, but Two Post has to have his legs set towards the passer and ready for that.
And now it's what you talked about, Sam, the counter. Here's Reynolds all alone, moving in, and 1 on. Goalie turned away. A couple of huge stops from Nolan Krutenog in this first half. He's had some big stops here with the penalty save and then there.
Something he does very well is he comes out of the cage, and it's hard. You have to lob, or else he'll block it. So he'll come out about 3 or 4 yards and protect that front area of the cage very well.
And then on the other end, Josh Waldock on the power play, and Academy retakes the 2-goal advantage. They go in front 5-3. like defense was there. They had
Yeah.
blockers. They had goalie.
They had blockers and goalie. That was just snuck its way through. Good power on the shot.
So Academy in front 5-3 now. Just 2 seconds left here in the first half. The club will put this in play. Reynolds, quick shot, the skip, and that had the distance just off the mark. And that's all for the first half here. And UC San Diego Academy in front of Olympic Club 5-3. We take a timeout and return with the second half. You're watching live on USA Water Polo TV. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo. And that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Second half underway here in San Diego, and Sam Slobodian and Greg Meskel joining you here from UC San Diego, Olympic Club, and USA Academy, and Academy ahead 5-3. Good start here for Academy, Sam.
Definitely. Sometimes being this younger team, it's hard to keep that lead against a bigger, physical.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you too, right? You get this lead, and now you're probably feeling good about those first 2 quarters, but now you have to hang on to this lead for 2 more quarters.
It's hard against a team like Olympic Club, especially with all the talent they have.
They go to their backup goalie, who's a standout in his own right. Drew Holland comes on to play the second half after Lazar Andrich played the first. Offensive foul called here against Academy, and so they will get a chance now, a second chance on offense. And that one will turn over. So Olympic Club, they get the ball back on the offensive foul, and then they turn it over.
Yeah, what happened there was he wasn't even live, and he shot the ball before he was live.
And then getting a little chippy here right in front of us between Mulcahy and Dodd, and then that turns over, and now Mulcahy takes control.
That's not the game these younger kids want to play against these older guys.
Yeah, they don't want to make it too physical. They might find themselves on the wrong end of things.
They're much more physical, these older guys, and stronger.
Reynolds. And then he's had a couple of moments where he just bobbled the ball. Couldn't control it. And now Krutenog will wait. Krutenog, with the new rules that allow goalies to come forward, he scored 2 goals in Week 3 play in Huntington Beach. That was when the game was lost for Academy, but definitely was a fun experience to see him come all the way up. Takeaway here. Really something you don't see. He scored from the perimeter, and then he actually posted up on a play wearing the goalie cap, which was a new look. And right at the horn here, a penalty. So Ike Love kept on working hard and draws the penalty on Shane Hochschild.
Defender thought he was going to shoot right there, and he ended up completing the turn and getting the 5-meter. It's a great play.
And now a chance here for Tierney to look for his 4th goal in this one. And he does just that. 4 goals for Tierney. And a 6-3 lead here for Academy. Second look and gets Holland going the wrong way and able to hit. So Academy keeping up their strong effort here in the second half at 6-3 now. Here's Grover. The exclusion now, power play, and put it away, wasting no time. Colin Mulcahy on the kick out. Chase Dodd headed off, and Olympic Club getting one back now, 6-4.
Just from watching this game right now, it feels like Olympic Club's in control of the game even though they're down.
Why do you say that?
Because they've had all the chances in the world and they've had all the opportunities to score goals. They're just missing them right now. If they put away their chances, they could get a lead here.
And they get it back to 6-4 after that power play goal. You talked about opportunities, right? Power plays, the penalty that was blocked. They have had these extra chances that just haven't gone their way. They start clicking on those, and they can quickly make up this deficit.
They call that a 2-goal switch, where you get a penalty block and then they score on the other end. Huge momentum for the younger kids.
On the other end now, Academy. Here's Waldock. And they'll toss that aside. And Olympic Club will take control. Does that almost give you confidence in a game? You describe the situation where you've had the chances, but you're not making them, and you're still in the game. Is it almost a feeling of, well, we're right there. We're just better than what we've shown?
It's frustrating. You know you're going to get more chances because you're playing better than the other team. You just need to focus and put away your shots.
Shot clock to 9. Here's Morales. Now Thomas Carroll come near side. Mulcahy here off the ordinary, rips it. It's a 1-goal game just that fast for the former Cal Bear, Colin Mulcahy.
Drakes all the blockers, switch wrist, cross cage. Beautiful shot. Everybody thought he was going near side. I even thought he was going near side there.
And instead takes the other way. Cross cage in a 1-goal game, 6-5, 4:56 to play in the third quarter. This is the National League Championship at the Fisher Cup here in La Jolla, California, San Diego County. Pittman now works. Here's Dodd. Dodd takes a look. Swings it around. Tierney. Shot clock winding down. The skip off the post.
Shot.
And in. Want to ricochet out of the cage quick. And Riley Pittman connecting. Shot clock was down to about 4 here.
Nice low skip. It was a good shot.
Thought for a minute that wasn't even a goal, the way it bounced back quick, thought off the post, but it was off the back of the cage and out, and much needed for Academy after Olympic Club had clawed back to within 1 now. For Academy, a comforting feeling, I'm sure, to get one back here and make it 2 goals again. Morales tries to go over the top, and exclusion. He was working there for Connor Stapleton. And now here's Hochschild on the advantage. Morales off the bar. Crutonaw getting a piece of that on the rebound, and ball unders the call.
Especially when you're down by 2 goals, you don't want to be taking those quick shots when you can move the ball around and get better opportunities later in the shot clock.
And now 3:45 to play, third quarter. It's a 2-goal lead for Academy. Here's Indart. Timer to 6. Kennedy takes a look. Inside, here's Love with time winding down in the defense there. And now Holland will to get things going. But credit Academy, it's all Blue Caps back on that last line of defense, guarding against the counter. Hochschild, here's Morales. Looks inside, great look. And putting it home is Ballerin. It's a 1-goal game again, 7-6.
Those overpasses right there is where their strengths show for Academy, for Olympic Club. They're so much stronger in the inside that they can just get over the younger guys and put the ball away.
And the fans of Team USA, that pass looked very familiar for several years. Peter Morales, the Olympic silver medalist, dropped that pass many times to the likes of Ryan Bailey and other guys cutting across to the post. Anytime you can have an Olympian throwing you a pass, that tends to make for a better situation. And now a takeaway. And a chance for Olympic Club to tie things. Here's Grover. Picks the pocket. Now off to the races. Defenders giving chase. Grover puts on the brakes. The lob is in.
Nice
We're
shot.
tied at 7.
Bar down and in. It's nice. Grover's went to UCLA. I remember playing against him. He's a very scrappy player. Always works super hard. Great work ethic. You see here, he just makes a perfect shot. Bar down, lob.
And in that case, too, Grover gets out in a hard swim. Defender swimming hard. Defender never knows when he's going to stop. Almost looked as if the defender went a stroke past him.
Yeah.
And it gave him a little separation. So even at 7 now, 2:38 to play. Third quarter, Olympic Club has battled back. They have trailed for much of this game. It would be an upset for this young Academy team to beat the defending champs here. Shot clock to 3. And they'll dump it aside.
You can tell Olympic Club's starting to put the foot on the gas now and turning up the heat a little bit, playing harder.
Yeah, they're a little slow to wake up here. They might have brewed some coffee there during halftime or something to get in the mix. And now Reynolds, the lob. That's off the bar, but the rebound in close and jammed home. Peter Sefton. Former Cardinal comes in to power that one home on the rebound. And Olympic Club has pulled in front after Academy has led for so long. Now Olympic Club has taken the lead 8-7 with 2:08 to play in the third. Timeout called. You talked about it. The opportunities were there. Now they're starting to make the most of them.
They're putting away their shots now. Good rebound there in the last possession. Hustling for the ball more. And it's making for better opportunities and more goals. Now they have the lead.
And now for Academy, they have to try and figure out how they get back on track here. That's a tough feeling. You're ahead for much of a game, and now you watch this team kind of just surge past you at a certain point.
This next possession is very important for Academy. They need a goal right here.
2:08 left here in the third. And it's a one-goal advantage for Olympic Club as they have pulled ahead for the first time in this one. Across the way, UCLA ahead of UC Davis 12-6. That's happening at the Canyon View pool. Earlier today, we saw Santa Barbara Premier down Long Beach Shore 10-8. A lot of UC Santa Barbara, a lot of Long Beach State athletes in that game, a 2-goal win there. Live stats available of all matches on the Foch. Our first game here, USA Collegiate all over Newport, 17-8. Coming up next, we'll have the home team, UC San Diego. The Tritons will take on the New York Athletic Club right here on the Triton pool. And then across the way, it'll be USA University taking on the Cal Golden Bears squad. And then more to come as we get into the afternoon. So an 8-7 game here has turned into a good one. Under 2 to play in the third as Olympic Club has rallied. Shot clock to 10. Here's Ocasio moving in, lets it fly and rips it from the outside. Guillermo Andre Ocasio ties this at 8. And you said it, had to have a goal here.
Yeah, that was huge for them right there. They needed that momentum.
Momentum, such a sports cliche thing we often talk about, but it's a real thing, right? You really feel that in the water, that impact.
It's huge. Momentum is huge for every game you play, especially if you finish your opportunities. It feels a lot better than if you miss one. I would say that's probably the most important thing, is putting away high percentage opportunities.
On the other end, cross cage, and Reynolds is back to work, so he's started to get into a groove now. Able to hit, and a 9-8 lead for Olympic Club. Back and forth we go.
You can tell he's been in a couple close games in his day.
And former champ at UCLA, and just able to get towards the cage, take the catch, and do the rest. Under 90 seconds left, third quarter. Here's Frazier dealing with Reynolds, harassing him on the perimeter. 7 seconds left. Nowhere to go here. He's got to go back to the goalie. And Kurtnog will come up, let fly, and Holland, he'll try and return fire with Kurtnog getting back and airmails that one. You get the idea. And now Kurtnog will push ahead. Kurtnog gets it ahead. They had a little help there on the far post, and instead that's a Avakian attempt that sails wide. 45 seconds left. This Academy team, they're not afraid to get the goalie in the mix. Goalie can come up and join the offense under these new rules. So it leaves your goal open, of course, but it provides a different look. Carroll advancing now. Off the bar on the cross cage try, and the rebound controlled by Mulcahy.
A lot of rush shots coming here at the end of this quarter.
Let's see if they settle down here now with a little time to operate. Under 18 seconds left in the quarter.
One's wide open right now.
Reynolds.
Oh.
And the skip, no touch from Triton. One official said we go the other way. One said goalie tip out. It had a bounce as if it looked as if the goalie may have touched that ball, just the way it ricocheted. And they do eventually rule goalie save. So 11 seconds left here in the quarter. Shot clock is off. Last chance for Oak Club. Okay, he threads inside. Exclusion. Ballerin has been drawing a host of exclusions. Time winding down, and they're going to hang on to it. They wanted to keep that to try and win that sprint to start the fourth and keep this power play intact. Good one here going to the fourth as Academy and Olympic Club 1 goal apart. Oak Club has rallied to go in front 9-8. We're back with the fourth quarter after this to San Diego. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Fourth quarter underway here in San Diego. Sam Slobodian and Greg Meskel joining you. And it's been a good one, and Paul Reynolds racing to that one and then calls a timeout, and he had to hustle to get out there because they wanted to keep that 6-on-5 intact. That was real close.
That was definitely the closest of the sprints.
Yeah. And so that was needed to control possession and keep the 6-on-5 with a 9-8 lead for Olympic Club.
Looks like they're starting in a 3-3 balance here.
Typical 6-on-5 start?
Not really, no.
No?
You want to start in a 4-2 most of the time unless they're looking to drive one of these other guys to the post. And you might see number 11 move to 2 post and 15 move to 3 post. Because Hochschild has a really good shot. I can see them moving him middle or moving Reynolds middle. But I don't see them staying in a 3-3 the whole time.
Let's see where they go as they start things up. Hochschild to Sefton, and he was knocked down. So they tried to go quick to Sefton there for the attempt in close, and Academy and the defense holds. We're back to even strength. Kurtnog. Here's Frazier.
Frazier sends the ball left. The 1-2 side.
Shot clock to 7. Nightingale. And off the mark, just sails that wide. Opening moments here of the fourth.
Holland sends it out in front.
Hochschild inside. Reynolds now. Right at Krutenog, and he makes the save.
Triton.
Reynolds gets a little bit of separation. He has a chance for a shot every play.
Yeah, has that speed to kind of break free. Ordinary called. Pressure now from Olympic Club.
Tanner Police with the ball.
From the outside, easy stop for Holland.
Stop for the Olympic Club.
You don't want to be forcing those shots when you're down by 1 in the fourth, especially against a goalie like Holland.
Can really get that Olympic Club attack moving the other way. Here's Reynolds. Shot clock to 7 as he moves in, creeping in, and cross cage.
You can't drop off a shooter like Reynolds like that. You want to come back from X3. He's at half court. Reynolds is at 4 meters faking. You got to get him.
So from your standpoint, you want to see defender come and attack him on the shot attempt?
Yeah, I want to see him attack Reynolds and then X3 come back and help center.
And so instead, defender giving room. Reynolds takes the room that he's given, right? Moves in and puts it away. So now a 2-goal advantage for Olympic Club. And you wonder, does Academy have enough left here to try and rally back after they had such a strong start in this one? Had led for a lot of this game. Tierney, a big reason for that. Works for Pittman. Here's Dodd now. A few fakes and field blocked away. And the opportunities Academy was getting, Sam, now just not available anymore.
Olympic Club has really shut them down on defense. Starting in the third quarter, beginning of the third quarter, coming into the fourth, they've turned it up a lot.
On the other end, inside and close, bar out, but the follow is good. And scored there for Colin Mulcahy, and quickly a 3-goal advantage now for Olympic Club. Close call here.
He's got good hands there to catch that ball, and then a good game awareness to get the rebound and still put it in the cage.
So Olympic Club now trying to hang on. They were in real danger of losing this one, and to go out in the opening round here really takes you out of the mix. When we talk about winning a championship here this weekend, that would be a massive upset. Talking about Olympic Club coming in as the #1 seed this weekend. And so they were in first place all National League season long, only 1 loss. So if they were to drop this game, that would have been a massive upset, and still possible, but they have seemed to righted the ship here now, ahead by 3 and with the ball. Save Krutenog. Now the question now is, when will Coach Brian Flax deploy Nolan Krutenog onto the offensive end? I think that's going to be coming here maybe a minute or 2 from now if they stay down 3. They did this a few weeks back, and it threw everybody off. To bring the goalie up, you had a 7-on-6 advantage. Lots of pressure on defense, because if you turn it over, you're in a tough spot. But
I'd like to see it. I haven't seen it yet, so I think it'd be super interesting to watch. Adds a new aspect to the game.
Big turn here, and an exclusion. And Ballerin again continues. Viralis, cross pass there and passing on the shot there. Stapleton lost the handle, and then Viralis' field blocked away by Ocasio.
He's a little too selfless on position 1 there. He had a wide open shot. He probably should have just taken that.
A couple of subs here now as Academy gets their bench involved.
There's that hockey sub you were talking about.
Getting them in, and they've worked it well. Fresh bodies in the mix here. Here's Tierney looking from the outside and never had control of that one. A little mix between a direct shot and a lob, and it just ended up sailing out of play.
Academy needs to stop here.
Here's Fellner moving in. Morales. And now Grover. And Grover on the skip. Under 3:30 to play. Kurtnog will move ahead. Here's our shotty. In close. Penalty called. They worked inside to Tanner Police. And from behind, Mulcahy commits the penalty. And so Academy trying to trim this down to 2 with 3:16 left in the 4th.
It's a huge shot right here. This can get your team going if you're down by 3 in the 4th quarter.
And
Good
it
shot.
does just that. Ocasio connects.
Academy needs to stop right here. Last time they let Reynolds score right away, right after.
Yeah.
And they can't let that happen right now. They need to press up on the lanes and really have a hard press right here if they have any chance in this game.
This is Ocasio on the replay, able to hit. Such a memorable photo of Ocasio when he was on that USA team that won the Darko Kukic Memorial Tournament a couple of years ago in Europe. Such a big victory for the USA men's pipeline squad, and arms raised high, celebrating in a big win there, and gets a big goal back here, but now they need the defense. 3:05 to play in the 4th, 11-9, the lead for Olympic Club. And Monsies just drops it, so that's one way to get the ball back if you're Academy.
Definitely.
And now Krutnog will take a look, and the thing where we probably wouldn't see the goalies if this game stays close, so that'd be more of a, you're down 3 or 4, but if they can make it a 1-goal game, I'd imagine they'll play it more straight up. Ordinary called. Here's Police. Works to Tierney. 2:35 to play. Tierney moving in. Tries to drop that inside, but it was knocked down. Morales there tipping that entry inside, and then an easy steal for Hochschild. Now here's Holland with 2:23 to play.
It's good help defense right there, but they left 2 guys wide open.
And now they got Morales in close. The lob partially deflected. Second effort turned away.
Blocked by Krutnog.
Nolan Krutnog making quite a few stops in this one. High degree of difficulty. And now trying to push ahead, but they don't see it in time. Ordinary called as they work to our shotty.
They need to be patient here.
And I just say that, they try and get it across, and Septon takes it away. Under 2 to play. 11-9 the lead for Olympic Club. Trying to hang on here. They got all they could handle from this Academy team to start things off here at the Fisher Cup. Another bad pass. Some of these passes, Sam. This is not like the Olympic Club team that we normally see, and here comes the keeper now. So Krutnog is going to join the attack here, advancing with 1:23 to play. And so they'll spread things out here. 7-on-6 attack. Look for Krutnog top of the perimeter to let fly. He's got a shot. He'll move in. Krutnog up on his legs and fires that off the bar and away. And now they go into a press here. So this is the way they handle defense. The ball comes back, and it's a 7-on-6 press. The goalie has to get away from pressure as well. And now Krutnog will make his way back to the defensive end. And so now Reynolds lost control, gets it back, spinning, and now he'll just wait. And a timeout will be called by Olympic Club with 46 seconds left. And an 11-9 lead for Olympic Club. So you saw the potential there. Keeper up. It really does set things off balance.
Yeah, I did not expect him to have that good of a shot as a goalie. But, he sure let it rip right there.
And up huge on his legs, too,
Yeah,
which is what I've
he
noticed.
got up there.
Yeah.
Adds another aspect to the game, late in the game for sure.
And then on defense, now the goalie doesn't have an easy time. So Drew Holland's got to deal with a field player pestering him because the goalie can match up on the remaining field player. So that adds a little pressure now for the goalie to try and make a save and then get rid of the ball. So I think over time, right, it's only at this, at the FINA level at the moment, new rules getting rolled into effect throughout USA Water Polo in the coming months. But you'll see teams, I think, get a better and better handle on how to use this. And I think it's going to add to some interesting late game scenarios especially.
I could definitely see someone calling a timeout. And are they allowed to sub a field player in for the goalie?
They have. I mean, they could certainly take out their goalie, but I think they're going to want to keep their keeper in so that they'll have an opportunity to get someone back. It's more about the goalie being involved in the offense than taking the goalie out of the game.
Yeah, but if it's like a last play situation,
sure,
and it's 8-8, and you need a goal, and you bring up another field player,
yeah,
and it creates a 7-on-6. Do you want to take that chance is the real question. Or if
sure,
you're down by one
yeah,
and you need that goal, do you bring in a field player or do you keep your goalie in when you only have a few seconds left to score?
Here's Triton now with 30 seconds left. And so Reynolds going to keep an eye on him. Ocasio, they got to take a shot here. Off the post, and Holland controls, and it looks as if Olympic Club is going to survive in this one. Reynolds now being pressured by Krutenog. Lets it fly and is over the cage. And the goal throw does have to go at 2 meters, so that does limit your ability to really reignite the offense when the goalie's up. Just 5 seconds left in this one. And Reynolds will hang on, and Olympic Club will escape. A valiant effort from USA Academy. Had the lead throughout a lot of this game. And then the veteran Olympic Club group, who a loss here for as good as they played during the regular season, that would have brought an end to their attempts at a championship here. And strong effort from the up-and-comers, Sam.
Yeah, they gave a lot of effort today. I thought they played really well. If they kept that same game plan they had in the first 2 quarters, I think they would have done a lot better, but it seems like they lost a lot of energy coming in the third and the fourth.
So credit
their play.
Yeah, and credit Olympic Club too. I think they flipped a switch in that second half too and kind of surged ahead. So Olympic Club takes 11-9. They move on. More to come here from UC San Diego in the Fisher Cup. The New York Athletic Club will get into the mix next to take on the home team Tritons. More to come here. You're watching live on USA Water Polo TV.